Now then, wind from the east, fish bite the least, and there's a nasty easterly, northeasterly breeze blowing, and it's very bright and sunny, but there's a good hatch of grannoms, and I went down to my little spot, my favourite spot between the alder and the willow, about 10 minutes ago, and there was a nice rise happening. So I thought I'd just sneak out and see if I could take advantage. Let's add a bit of floatant to my fly. Here we are, the loon aquel. I used to use gink, but my friend Sean, and I'll put a link to his channel in the comments below, says that loon aquel is better. So this is my first season of trying it, and so far I must confess I have no complaints at all. On the other hand, what do I know? It does, certainly these flies have been floating very well, but then again, Sean, actually, now that I mention it, Sean tied this fly in response to a blog post that we both saw about using a green body hackle for grannoms. So oh, look at those fish trout rising. I'm not sure I can bear to talk about it much more. Anyway, so he tied this magnificent fly, and very grateful I am too. Right, let's go. Let's get in the water and see where those ducks are. That's where the fish, that's where the nearest fish to me now have been rising. So I'll start there. Where is that fly ended up? I don't even know. It's there. Okay. Yeah, this wind is going to make it tricky. I might have to get a bit closer. Let's get a bit closer to the fish that I'm fishing for. Oh, right in the deep water. Oh, come on. That's kind of in the right place. Wind just increasing further and further. Stop it. It was absolutely not doing anything while I was down here. Okay, let's hope that no, it hasn't stopped. See, my fly, my leader, just is the opposite of straight. Look, they're rising all over the shop. Wow, some of them look quite big. That is a good line. This is a lovely rise. I may regret not having lost that caddis pupa. That right on the right line. If nothing rises to this, then I will cry. Nothing has risen. I'm not going to cry. Okay, another perfect cast. Right over where the plummet fish are. So I'm going to change fairly quickly now. I don't normally change this quickly, but I haven't got very long and the fish are rising. So I think I need try and take advantage while that is happening. Okay, I'm going for another one of Sean's creations. This one's an emerger with a little foam post. See, look at this. So he tied this for me too. Isn't he a good boy? Let's hope that that he doesn't let me, his flies doesn't let me down, because obviously I will blame him. Right, by the time I get this tied on, fish will have stopped rising and they will be back on nymphs. Oh, come on. I love having rubbish eyesight. Oh, I might have to stop. I might just not be able to use these. Has that gone through, or is it just going to fall off? It's gone through. Miracle. Right. Fishing is supposed to be a peaceful sport, a sport that brings inner peace. It just seems to bring out my inner rage. Right, glasses on. Let's cast to those fish which are no longer rising. Oh really, there are fish rising all over, so I haven't missed the rise, but does anything want this fly? Come on, that's gone right over a rising fish. It's gone over about 4 rising fish actually. Oh look, they're rising everywhere. Just not at anything I'd put on yet. Okay, I might have to change this fly. No, that one. Right, okay. Change the fly again. Okay, this is an emerging pupa. It might be more midge than sedge. It's a little bit small, so you can see that it's got a sparkly body, and then bunched up CDC forming the sort of thorax / head, and then the emergery bit at the top. So it could be an emerging caddis. I lost my perfect emerging caddis. The only one I had left after last season, and not having replaced it, how foolish of me. A couple of days ago. God, look at all these. Can you see all these grannoms just buzzing around me, mocking me? Of course, they're not mocking me. I mean, they would if they knew how. But maybe they are actually. Maybe this is how they actually mock you. Right. Okay. Here we go. Let's see what happens when I use this. The main thing that will happen is I won't be able to see it. So I will be relying on things rising near it. Luckily, oh well, look, straight away a grayling, first chuck. So maybe I should move further up, because those are okay. Let's have you out. Well, there we go. Maybe this is going to work. Wet hand. And in it goes. Right, okay. Well, that was slightly more encouraging. You know what? A downstream wind just isn't any fun. Right, I'm going to stop whinging about the wind, because let's face it, I'm out here. Oof, what a shame that wasn't cast. Right, that's right over that trout. If it rises now, but of course, why would it? No, they're definitely not having a go at this. That grayling may have been a misleading. So that's lots of. So look, I could try a clink. Why don't I try a clink? Classic clink hammer. Okay. Fly number 637. Actually, how many flies is it? I've tried a standard dry and a kind of parachute emerger and a pupa. This is a clink, and then after this I'll try a nymph, and then I'll go back in and cry. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wade up through here, casting this clink to places that I've seen fish rise, even though there's nothing rising now. Yeah, that's a showy little grayling. In fact, And there'll be a trout in there amongst them. I'm pretty confident. Okay, that's a better fish, I think. Look like a good rise. It's running downstream now and I'll have lost it. Yeah. Didn't feel like good, but it just ran straight down. It's a lovely rise. I wish I hadn't lost that fish. That would have really cheered me up. There we go. That's it again, and that is a trout. Oh god, it's a jumping trout. And I managed not to lose it so far. Wow. I think that might be my biggest of the season so far. It is. You know, fine, fat, half a pound fish. That is a beautiful River Avon trout. Let's get you in the sunshine. Let's unhook you actually. Okay. Look at that. Let's put you back. Ah, what a lovely fish. There we go, that's cheered me up. No end. So I wonder why that's 2 takes I've had from that patch on the it's just, fish are a mystery. You think you know what's going on and you don't. I mean, that's on the clink, which I now need to wind in and dry out and keep going with it. How bloody lovely. So stop, right, so you should always remember this when you're fishing, Ben. Disasters can happen, and then something good happens and it instantly cheers you up. I mean, look at you, you're in the middle of the river. Yes, there's a cold northeasterly wind blowing straight downstream, and it is making casting difficult, and you've lost a nice fly, which doesn't really matter, and you've knackered your fly line, which needed replacing anyway. So, but you've caught now your best trout of the year. Just chill out, cheer up. Look, how lucky are you to be able to do this? I am my own worst enemy. I mean, I'm not, because there are lots of other people who hate me more than I hate me. Right, glasses on. Let's try and cast some of those fish. Fucking hell. Right. God, thank God I can cut most of this out. Right. There's a fish there, although I've had at least one of them. There's another fish just in there. God, there are fish rising all the way through here. Right, remember the good, remember the good stuff. Remember the laughing. Remember the fact that if you get a fish, all of this doesn't matter. Fucking hell. I love wading, but it is basically impossible. This is why I think I'm not cut out for kayak fishing. Oh, for fuck's sake, this is starting to look like it might turn into something bad. Come on. There was nothing bad happened here. Right. Right, okay, there we go. Right, excellent. No, no, not excellent. No, not excellent. Right, where's the fly? Fly is safely in my waders, which is obviously good, but they leak already, so we don't really care about that. Oh, and there's another trout. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. There's another trout. It's beautiful. Oh, I wish they wouldn't come downstream. No. Come on, Ben. Don't be such a twit. Get that. Okay, right, got it on the reel now. It's only a little trout, but look at that, another beautiful fat River Avon brownie. Can you see that? On its side there, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Right. Well, look at that, 2 trout in this session, and back you go. The fish are no longer rising anywhere, so I think I've had the best of it. So well done to the green clink. We love you. Well done, green clink. That was in the end, was a lovely session, despite the downstream easterly wind, and my utter incompetence. That was lovely.